Hey everyone, we have missed you, and we are probably just as anxious as you to have life kind of get back to normal. And so we're excited to have you join us in person for our services. But in light of the pandemic, obviously, we want to keep you safe. And so we have implemented a number of safety procedures to try to do that. And so before you attend one of our services, we simply wanted to walk you through what it looks like to come into our building during this season. So let's walk through some of those things that you should expect. Come on. The first thing you'll notice when you come in is these Purell dispensers. We've got a couple of these around the auditorium, so feel free to use them and make sure you're safe. The next thing that you will see, but is not here at the moment, but you'll see little communion cups right here. And they're little single serving communion cups that have the bread and the juice all in one. And so you'll be handed that on your way in, and that's how we'll take communion together so that we don't have to pass the tray. The next thing you'll notice is that you will be greeted by an usher right as you enter the double doors, and we would like to seat you. The reason is we'd like to keep a distance of 4 chairs between groups or families of people, and we'd also like to keep an empty row between people that we will alternate between first and second service. So let me show you what that looks like. So the idea is that when you come in, you'll see 2 different kinds of rows. Obviously, there's an open row where you will be seated, and then there's an alternate row which is reserved. Now that row would be reserved for the other service. So if you came to first service, you'd be seated in this row, and then for second service in between, we would take this sign, put it on this row, and have the second service people sit in a row that has not been occupied previously. You'll also notice that we have a certain road map in mind for entrances and exits. We'd like you to enter through the double doors and exit when you leave, if it's during the service, through these side doors here, or you can leave through these doors here. We'd prefer, if possible, you not enter through this door. We also want to try to prevent passing things between people, and so our offering, we'd prefer you give online if you can do that, but if you'd like to write a check or give a cash gift, then you can drop them in these offering receptacles right here. So we're doing the best job that we can getting some ventilation in the building, so it may be a little warm in the summer weeks ahead, but we're just trying to get some airflow through here. You'll also notice that masks are recommended and encouraged, but not required. So some people in the room will not be wearing masks, and some people will. Whatever you choose is up to you. We base it off of the recommendations of the CDC, and they recommend it, but it is not required. So just so you know that before you attend. We also ask that you do a little self-screening. So if you are sick, we ask that you would stay at home. If you have a fever, we ask that you would stay at home. If you're feeling just an inkling of that, just play it safe and join us on the live stream. Wait a week and join us the next week. A few other thoughts. Coffee will be served, thankfully, but you will be served coffee. It's not self-serve, and so just be prepared for that, and just ask the person serving you, to give you how many lumps of sugar or creamer or whatever you'd like in your coffee. But we wanted to provide that for you, but we're just going to have someone serve you to kind of keep everything safe. And I know it's a silly thing too, but if you want to make sure you go to the bathroom before you come, we don't currently have touchless toilets or sinks. We do have touchless soap and paper towels, but everything in that room is not touchless. Now, we will make sure to the best of our ability that everything is as clean as possible, especially between services and even during the service. But if you want to play it safe, just make sure you use the restroom before you come, and to avoid all that. And I think pretty obviously we're going to skip our greeting time, so handshaking and hugging and all of that will not be encouraged during the service, but obviously we can't keep you from doing that outside, but we just encourage you to the best of your ability just to think of other people during this time and try to keep all of us safe as we enter this regathering phase. Well, I'm sure I've missed some detail somewhere, but that's the general idea of what to expect when you attend our services. We've got 2 services now, 9 and 11 a.m. We hope you can register for one of those. We're going to be filling the room at only 100 people per service, per the recommendations. And so we hope to see you soon. If I missed something, go to npfcc.org/COVID-19, and you'll see our whole campus site plan there in a lot more detail that you can read before you attend. But we can't wait to see you. We're excited about it. We know God has great things in store for us as we return and as we just lean into His Word and get to worship together again. Love you guys. See you soon.